the smoky courtyards and shadowed alleyways of old Buenos Aires, desire was disguised as rivalry. Young men, mostly Italian immigrants, danced together by lantern light, rehearsing every step for a privilege they longed for, to hold a woman close, if only for the length of a tango. What began as forbidden practice quickly became the city's secret seduction, a dance where every embrace flirts with danger and every farewell aches with memory. This is the story of tango, a world where longing, jealousy, and pleasure ignite beneath the skin with every step. In the final years of the 19th century, Buenos Aires pulsed like a restless heart. Ships came from Europe, carrying not riches, but longing. The city grew on the backs of dreamers and drifters, men who had left their roots to build a future they could scarcely imagine. It was in this collision of worlds, in poverty, exile, and desire, that a new sound began to rise. It came from cellars and courtyards, from bars heavy with smoke and sorrow. It was not yet tango, but it carried the tension, the rhythm, the breath of what would become a dance of passion and defiance. Buenos Aires at century's turn was a mosaic of tongues: Italian, Spanish, African, Gaucho. The rich held their grand salons uptown, trying to mimic Europe, while the poor forged their own society in the south. Here, music became survival. African drums whispered of resilience. Spanish melodies carried nostalgia. The milonga, born in the countryside, lent rhythm to urban despair. Out of these crossed melodies came something raw, earthy, and new. Among them were thousands of young Italian immigrants, men alone in a foreign land, with no families, no comfort, and few women. To fill their evenings, they gathered in dusty courtyards after long days at the docks. There they drank, cursed, argued, and then they danced. Two men would pair off, one taking the lead, the other the follow. Awkward at first, their movements soon found a rhythm. They were learning to lead, to hold, to move with grace. They were practicing for their chance to dance with a woman, often a lady of the night, one of the few in those working districts who could share a dance without judgment. In her arms, their loneliness took shape. The crude rehearsals of the courtyard transformed into tenderness and tension. This was no courtly waltz. It was eye to eye, breath to breath, a dance of confrontation and seduction. Between the hunger of those men and the wisdom of those women, tango was born. Each step became a dialogue of power and grace. The man led with confidence he did not yet own. The woman yielded, but only enough to hold control. Tango was born in this fragile balance, half struggle, half surrender, and it has remained there ever since. Rumor of the dance traveled fast. Sailors carried it from port to port, and soon the mysterious rhythms of Buenos Aires reached Paris, the capital of pleasure. There, high society fell under its spell. The tango that had crawled from the dirt of Argentina rose into the arms of duchesses and diplomats. It shed some of its grit, but not its fire. What was forbidden became fashionable, and in Parisian salons, tango became art. When it came home, the Argentine elite, always eager to mirror Europe, welcomed it at last. The dance of the poor now danced beneath chandeliers, but no amount of perfume could erase its scent of sweat and survival. Beneath the surface elegance, its soul remained wounded and alive. By the 1930s and 1940s, tango reigned everywhere. Orchestras filled the airwaves, bars overflowed with dancers. Tango was no longer scandal, it was identity. Through music, Argentina told its story. In the voice of Carlos Gardel, tango found immortality. He sang of lost love, of streets and stars, of nights that never returned. His voice was velvet, lined with longing, every note a promise and a farewell. Through him, tango grew from dance to philosophy, to live, to love, to lose, to remember. In dance halls across Buenos Aires, entire lives unfolded between two songs. A glance, a touch, a silent understanding. Tango became a ritual, each embrace an act of surrender and courage. Then came silence. The 1960s brought change. New generations turned to rock, rebellion, and noise. Later, dictatorship cast its shadow and the tango halls emptied, but not completely. In secret basements, behind shuttered windows, the faithful still danced. Their steps were slower now, steadier. To hold someone was to resist forgetting. Tango became memory, an act of defiance whispered through movement. Then, unexpectedly, tango was reborn. Productions like Tango Argentino stunned audiences from Paris to Tokyo. What had vanished returned brighter than ever. Astor Piazzolla reimagined the sound, torn between beauty and dissonance, freedom and form. His music divided purists, yet revived the pulse. Tango had evolved, breathing once again on the world's stage. The world embraced tango anew, older, wiser, but forever young in passion. To understand tango, one must understand the embrace, el abrazo. It is not choreography, it is communion. The leader proposes, the partner replies. One listens through skin, the other speaks without sound. It is the most honest conversation two strangers can have. In the tightest hold, there is room for freedom. In surrender, there is strength. Tango is sensual because it demands truth. The body cannot lie when it listens. The bandoneon, brought from Germany, became the soul of tango. Its voice is human, fragile, and eternal. It sighs when it opens, mourns when it closes. Its notes contain both prayer and confession. In that sound, the ghosts of the past find their voice. The immigrants, the lovers, the lost. Every tango begins and ends with that cry. Tango carries memory in its steps. Every movement remembers the streets where it began. The sweat of dock workers, the laughter of Italians at night, the hush of brothels where it learned its first whispers. When new dancers take to the floor, they resurrect those ghosts. Tango is heritage, breathing through touch. History, dancing in present time.